We acknowledge this land that we meet on today is the traditional lands for the Kaurna people, and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the Kaurna people as the custodians of the Adelaide region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Kaurna people today. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to everyone as we celebrate the commencement of construction at La Casa del Formaggio's new cheese manufacturing facility. In particular, I'd like to acknowledge the Honourable Stephen Marshall, Premier of South Australia, the Honourable David Basham, Minister for Primary Industries and Regional Development, and the Honourable Vincent Tarzia, Minister for Police, Emergency Services and Correctional Services. I'd also like to acknowledge the City of Salisbury Mayor, Gillian Aldridge, and Catherine Sayer, CEO of Food South Australia. Also extend my welcome to the City of Salisbury team, Dairy Safe, South Australian Government Financing Authority, Bank SA, AFM Services, Vaughan Construction, and the wonderful team of La Casa del Formaggio. Thank you for being with us here today on what marks an exciting milestone in La Casa del Formaggio's 33-year history. Our company's vision was to create one of Australia's best cheese manufacturing facilities, and today we're one step closer. Today I'm joined by my sister Marissa. My dad could not be with us due to his poor health, and Mum's no longer with us. However, I have no doubt that they are both very proud of this important milestone. The business was started by Mum and Dad, who came to Australia as migrants. They set up a small continental deli at Hectorville, and Mum began making her homemade ricotta and selling it to the local Italian community. In 1988, they decided to move into cheesemaking full-time, and La Casa del Formaggio was born. Mum and Dad were hardworking, resilient and dedicated. They were passionate about making a difference and giving back to the local community through the only way they knew how, with food. They were courageous and made sacrifices to provide for us, their children, with a good education and certainly a bright future. Over our 33-year journey, there have been many things I'm proud and grateful for. I'm proud of the growth that we have achieved and the challenges that we have overcome. There was a time not too long ago that people didn't know what bocconcini was or how to eat it. I'm proud of the many people that have come on the journey with us. Some of our team have been with the business 10 and 20 years plus. Today we employ a team of over 170 people, and this new facility will allow us to grow that team even further. This new phase of growth is both exciting and humbling all at the same time, and it's only been made possible with the support of so many. Obviously our dedicated team, our customers, our dairy farmers, our many suppliers, the South Australian Government, and of course the consumers that enjoy our fresh cheeses every day made right here in South Australia. South Australia by volume is not a big dairy state. However, what we lack in volume, we certainly make up in quality. This new facility will allow us to meet growing demand for our fresh cheeses in Australia and allow us to enter new export markets. We're proud market leaders in Australia. However, we've never exported outside the country, so I'm certainly looking forward to that challenge ahead. Back in 2014, we decided to build direct supply relationships with South Australian dairy farmers. We began working closely with 6 family farms on the Fleurieu Peninsula. Today, the company has expanded to farms across the Fleurieu, Adelaide Hills and the Murray Lands. We value the hard work and effort that our dedicated dairy farmers, and as we move into this new facility, the increased processing capacity means that our farmers can invest with confidence to grow their businesses, and that La Casa can partner with even more family farms here in South Australia. We look forward to transitioning to this new facility, with the building scheduled for completion in August 22. Our first production is scheduled for October 22, and then we aim to be fully transitioned into this facility by February 23. In a moment, I'd like to welcome Mark Byrne Director at Vaughan Constructions, to share a little bit more about the new facility. Vaughan Constructions was selected as our builders for this $35 million construction project based on their extensive background in the food and beverage industry, having completed projects for companies like Woolworths, Audi, Coca-Cola, PFD, Kraft, and many more. It's certainly been a great journey so far, and I'm certainly excited at the year ahead. It's not hard to be passionate and motivated when you do something that you love. Our team's deeply committed to continuing to build upon the legacy that Mum and Dad created so many years ago when they arrived in Australia, dreaming of a better life for them and their families. Thank you. Over to you, Mark.
Thank you, Claude. Honourable guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. This project has been in design and procurement for around about 2 years. So we started talking about the design about the time that the COVID sort of stuff started. And if you had told me for the next 2 years you'd be designing this facility and you'd be procuring this facility remotely with various consultants and various designers and engineers in different spots not able to meet, it would be quite daunting, I think. But here we are now, and we've got through it, and we've got through it exceptionally well, and I'm very pleased with where we've got to. The various discussions we've had with the local council have been very supportive all along of this project, and generally our consultant team and our client, and how we've sort of come together in some days working off the kitchen bench, and we've managed to do it, and I think do it very well. And it's very exciting for us especially to be here with starting to break ground, I guess, and seeing the reality of this project come together, all these various renders you see in the background and designs and site plans, and to see this now coming to life is a very exciting stage of the project for a builder, when you get to see the real thing. So we're thrilled to be partnering with a nationally recognised business, a leader in dairy, and I guess a company that shares similar values to us. It's a family business, it's generational, and they share values of, well, I think Claude's values in particular, his company's values of integrity, passion, excellence. They're things that we look very highly of, and the things that we're trying to deliver this project using those values as a benchmark of what we're doing. So it's important to stick and think about these things, and they'll get us through what will be a very quick 6 months. This process, we're going to be near enough finished in about 7 months from now. And when you look out there, there's a fair bit to do. But we're pretty confident we can get there. We've got some fantastic local subcontractors. We've made a decision to partner with local subcontractors, Adelaide-based plumbers, steel fabricators, concreters, roofing companies, people that are not only reliable, but people that are going to be here on the ground every day. And it's going to help with our long-term ambitions of opening up a South Australian office one day, to start building relationships with key local companies who specialise in various elements of construction. The new facility allows an increase in the Casa Del Formaggio's milk processing capacity up to about 150 million litres per annum. A significant increase in capacity, and will set a new industry benchmark in efficiency, sustainability and workplace safety. This building has been designed with capacity in mind, has been designed in production in mind. It's also been designed to make it an enjoyable place to work, a safe place to work. And I think in the days now with various sort of competition in labour, to have a facility like this is only going to be a positive to attract staff and to attract the right skill sets to the business moving forward. I guess that's all from us. I'd like to make one mention of Gavin Cox from Metro Motion. He's a consultant who's been very involved with the design of this facility from a process point of view, from a plant and machinery point of view. and his knowledge and his guidance through this process of design has been invaluable, and I'd like to thank him for that input he's had. Anyhow, look, thank you again. Claude, thank you again for the opportunity to partner with you on this project. We're very keen, we're very excited, we're just stoked to be part of it all, really. So without anything more, I'd like to hand over now to the Honourable Stephen Marshall, Premier of South Australia.
Well, thanks very much, Mark. Buongiorno a tutti, grazie per questo invito. Sono felice di essere qui con voi oggi. It's great to be here for the nuovo Casa per Casa del Formaggio. That's all my Italian, there's not going to be any more. But as you probably worked out, the name of this company means the House of Cheese, and now there's going to be a new house for the House of Cheese. So a very happy day for our state. I too would like to acknowledge that today we meet on the traditional lands of the Kaurna people, and we acknowledge their ongoing spiritual relationship with this precious land. And I'd like to acknowledge my Cabinet colleagues, the Honourable David Basham, who's the Minister for Primary Industries and Regional Development, and also Minister Vincent Tarzia, who was and will be the local member for this fantastic manufacturing company, and also, of course, Gillian Aldridge, OAM, the Mayor of the City of Salisbury, and to all of our distinguished guests that are here today. This is a very special day. I come from the manufacturing sector myself. I think it's fantastic when we create more manufacturing jobs and more manufacturing opportunities here in South Australia. And one of the sectors which is absolutely thriving at the moment is the food sector. It's great to have Catherine Sayer with us here today, also Jeff Raven. Catherine is from Food SA, and she knows that we're in a purple patch at the moment in terms of our fantastic product that is being produced and manufactured here in South Australia and sent right around the country and right around the world. And that's what this project is all about. The Casa del Formaggio has been going for more than 3 decades, a very, very super high quality product that you can see on your supermarket shelves, in your specialty stores right around the country. But they have ambition. Just like their parents had ambition before them, starting their business, employing South Australians. Now they have ambitions to take their product, their excellent product, and to sell it right around the world. And I couldn't be more excited. This is a big investment. It's a $35 million investment to create, I think, a state-of-the-art facility, which will be the envy of every single person in the food sector right around the country. It is really an ambitious project. And as Mark Byrne from Vaughan Construction said, it's got an ambitious timeline as well, because I know that Claude and his fantastic team, they want to be in here in July, August next year. They want to be pumping out that fantastic product onto supermarket shelves by the end of next year. And that will mean a very big increase in employee numbers in South Australia. There'll be about 200 people employed with the construction of this fantastic new facility. And then there'll be ongoing jobs. We could have an additional 90 jobs that will come from this increased processing capability that the Ciccello family have invested in. So a massive congratulations to the Ciccello family. They have been leaders for more than 3 decades. This is a hugely ambitious project, and it's one that we fully support. It's one that the government is also investing in as part of our food parks investment fund and strategy in South Australia. This is a benefit, of course, to La Casa del Formaggio, but it is also a massive investment for the entire dairy sector in South Australia. I was down recently on the Fleurieu Peninsula, the wonderful Fleurieu Peninsula, with the Connor family, who are investing in, are you ready for it? Robotic, what do you call it? Robotic dairy milkers. Who knew there was such a thing? There are. And they're in South Australia, which is absolutely fantastic. It's the first time we've had them on the Fleurieu Peninsula. David Basham, a previous leader in the dairy industry prior to coming to Parliament, told me all about it. I said, I don't believe it. He said, come and see it with your own eyes. And I did, and I was absolutely amazed. And one of the things that the owners said to me that gave them confidence to invest in this incredible new technology for the Fleurieu Peninsula was their relationship with Claude and La Casa del Formaggio, because Claude has created not just a buyer-seller relationship, but a long-term partnership with the dairy sector in South Australia. He needs their milk. They need him to take their milk. They're investing big money in technology, and now Claude and his family are continuing that reciprocal arrangement, investing here. So I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done. I love it when I go to the supermarket and I can see your bocconcini, which we've tried here this morning, your burrata, your halloumi, your mozzarella, your ricotta, and of course your fabulous parmesan. And I think we're going to see out of this new facility even more fabulous the Casa Del Formaggio product going right around the country and finally right around the world. Thank you very much. Grazie tanto.